Hi, I know you know that every businessman or every business venture has one main goal or one main objective, and that is to what? Make profit or to be successful. But the question is, upon all this your experience in this financial trading or the financial market, are you successful? Are you profitable? I know this question might be difficult, or you may be even have find it difficult to be honest with yourself. But the point is, you are not successful or profitable due to one of these reasons, or in fact, it could even be all of these as to why you are not profitable. Now, when it comes to success is subjective. It depends on your goal and then the time that you actually want to achieve that success. So, in this video, I am going to address at least 5 of the reasons why you are not profitable yet, right? So without wasting much time, let us box on into this video. Now, we have a number of them, right? I know we have a number of them, but I'm just addressing at least 5 of them, which I find it very crucial. Now, when it comes to success, right? Success is very subjective. And like I said earlier, it depends on the goal, right? Subjective in the sense that everyone has their goal, and then as to when and how do you really want to achieve this. So it's very subjective. But I know in this financial market, your main aim is what? To be profitable. But why is it that even up to now, you are not profitable yet? Even besides how good, how articulate, how efficient you are with your financial skills, in fact, financial analysis, yet you are not profitable. So these are the 5 items that I would like us to address. Now, this is in no any particular order, right? It is no particular order, and then no one precedes the other. There's no precedence, right? So the first one we are going to address is what? Impulsive trading. I know this might sound cliche, and in fact, you may have heard this term a number of times, right? Impulsive trading. Now, under impulsive trading, you are going to look at what is what? Entry and exits, right? So here, you do impulsive trading because you enter into the market and exit the market without proper planning, right? There are many a time people will have a particular instrument, right? And then they will enter into the market anytime, especially when they see there's a sharp. You hear this sentiment that, oh, gold is buying, or gold is selling, gold is doing this. And then someone who does not even trade gold will just enter into what? Gold without any proper management, nothing, no analysis, no back testing, nothing. They just enter. And then they also exit when, for instance, they enter into the market hoping that the market should be bullish. Then all of a sudden, within a twinkling of an eye, that you see that the market start dipping. And that dipping could actually be a retracement or a pullback, but not really a reversement. So people just exit this. That is one out of fear because they didn't plan. And for that matter, they don't even understand what is happening in the market or what that particular instrument does. So that is one of the reasons why you are not profitable. Now, also some people like massaging what? Both. They like massaging entries, SLs and TPs, right? They like massaging them. They can even massage their entries because when it comes to entry, we have the pending orders. Depending on the orders under them, we have a number of them. So they will do a pending order, and then because they see a sharp move or a sharp dip or whatever, they try moving entries up and down, SS up and down, profit TPs up and down. So when you do this, it's because you are lacking what? Proper back testing or proper planning. For that matter, you are trading impulsively. And every trader, which I know it is very rampant among newbies. In fact, intermediate traders also have that problem. In fact, the advanced are no different from this. Sometimes you have that problem. So massaging of TPs and that, you don't have to be doing that. I'm not saying that it cannot be done or it shouldn't be done at all, but it should be under proper management. Do that, because anytime you enter into a trade, I know you have taken into consideration, right, your risk management and everything. So why massaging here and there is very bad as a trader. Now, the second thing is what? Greediness and fear and impatience. Greediness is one of the reasons why many of the traders are very unprofitable. Now, it begins when someone or a trader enters into a market, right? And then they set their SLs and the TPs. Now, when they realize that the market is moving in their direction more than they expected or anticipated, they begin to what? Move their TPs up, widening their TPs with the hope that the market will get there. So even their initial TP will hit, and then they will move their what? Their TPs away, because they see that the market is very good. Meanwhile, before you enter a market, you have done all your analysis, you anticipated where the market should even hit your ceiling. Now, when it gets there, you start moving things up, and that is very bad. So from nowhere, right, all of a sudden, you see that the market reverses. And then when it reverses, there's one problem that you even try to console yourself with, and that we call hope. In fact, we are not there yet. Hope. So you think that, okay, then the market will pull back. So you realize you are off the market. You are taken out. And then another reason is fear. Now, fear is on the side of what? SLs. You enter, you put your SL, and you think SL your initial SL should be around, let's say, a pip value of, let's say, $20, right? So now when your market moves down sharply to around negative $15, out of fear, right, you exit the market. So that we call premature exit. You exit the market. Then lo and behold, you see that there's another pullback from nowhere, because you are not even a market player. You are just only a retail trader. So the market moves up like you anticipated initially, and then you realize that you regret miserably and sadly. So that's one of the problems. And then another thing is impatience. Impatience is when, let's say, you enter into a market on a time frame. Let's say you expect that at least at the end of the day or in the middle of the day, you should hit your TP. Then you realize that there's much consolidation. There's a much delay in the market. The market is not moving as fast as you wish, right? So out of impatience, what do? You think the market will not move to your end. So you exit the market. That is one of the problems, impatience, right? So you exit the market. And then after you exit the market, within 2 hours or 2 or 3, you realize that the market will move actually directly to your TP. And this problem is very, 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 very rampant. It's very rampant. You see this many a time. Even it happens with the advanced so-called traders. It happens to them. And that is very bad. You have to manage this. Now, the third thing is what? Poor risk management skills, right? People do not have this. And this is one of the branches of trading. When you look at branches in the higher level, we have what? The risk, the technical analysis, we have the risk management aspect, and then we have the psychology, right? All these things, these branches work hand in hand, right? You can't forgo one and leave the other. You understand? So poor risk management is when, especially a greedy aspect can be, the greedy factor can also fall under this, right? When you do not even know what value your XL should be, right? Every XL, a pips has a value. So let's say if you are down 50 pips, depends on your contract size and your lot size, there's an amount of a dollar or whatever currency that you are trading that you should incur. And many a time, people do not understand this. People just enter into the market with just a pips contract size without even understanding that if they should hit TP, what would be their value? Or if they should hit SL, what would be their value? So they don't even know what is risk to reward ratios. a lot of people trade. They have even heard of risk to reward ratio, but they don't actually understand these terms. In fact, in this video description, I have addressed what a proper risk management, a full video on that. I use the idea of trading a pro firm, right? So passing a pro firm, the idea is there for yourself at your personal account, a pro firm also, right? You can look at this video. And in fact, if you don't know what is a pro firm, I also have the description, the link description in that. You can watch these things. So you don't know how to manage your risk. You enter into the market. Some even think that the money is here, the capital is theirs. For that matter, they can enter into the market with any lot size, any contract size, any number of pips, exit the market anytime they want, and all that. And that is very, very, very a downside of what a trader. If you do this, you lose your account, your trading account in no time. So for full understanding of proper risk management, please watch in the video description. So you have to understand risk to reward ratio, how much you want to risk to earn a particular amount of dollar or whatever the base currency that you are trading. You understand? So that is it. Now, the 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one is what? Too much of hope, right? And unrealistic goals. When you are too quixotic. In fact, sorry, quixotic. Quixotic is when you are not practical. You understand? You are not practical. I know the problem is when people think they can bring the idea of the object of worship and that. No, I'm a Christian and I understand that as a Christian you have hope. But when you are Pollyannish, right? You are not practical. You do things. You don't take proper planning, right? You don't do things with better precautions. So you just do anything anyhow. Then at the end of the day, when you find yourself losing, then you try to rely on your object of worship or rely on God for that matter, and then be praying. No, it will not work. I'm afraid to burst your bubble. This is not good work. Do things properly, and then you can pray to God. Or better say, even before that, right? Before you even start trading or sit behind your PC or whatever, to your object of worship, pray. Now you should see you through throughout the activities of the day, and then do your part, right? So the problem even starts when you are a newbie and you are being introduced to forex, and then you hear a lot of the traders telling you, your mentors telling you that this profession is very profitable. Of course, there's no two ways about that. It's very profitable, but there's something that you have to do. There's a sacrifice. There's a dedication, commitment that you have to make in order to make to actually come out profitable, right? So you do your parts and then set your goals. There are a lot of people who even come into the market, into the profession with a hope, right? With a target of making it within 3 months. Look at that. A newbie with a hope, with unrealistic goal of what? Making it, buying posh cars, buying cars, buildings, and then lands and all that within a year or 6 months. How is this realistic? So you have to be true to yourself, right? Take things gradually. In a day, depending on account size, you risk how much to earn this. If you earn it even before the end of the day, you have to stop. So one of the problem is what? Over trading. People over trade, right? When they make it, but the profit target of maybe, let's say, making $100 a day, they make $100 within I think the early times of the day, 9 a.m., they have made $100. Instead of them exiting the market and then doing their back testing and learning or even engage in other activities, they will still be behind the screen and they will be tempted to what? Enter more trades. And the time they realize whatever they have made earlier, they'll lose and then even lose more. Right? You understand? So that is it. So your profit target, if you hit it, exit, leave, find something to do, or better still, stay on the chart. I'm a full-time trader. So if I hit it, I wait, then I wait for the next day, or I can still be behind the PC, but I'll be what? Learning and then doing back testing on other things. You understand? So don't overtrade. Don't be unrealistic. Be real to yourself. Set a target. If you hit it, that is it. If you lose also, please exit. If you lose, don't try to get back to the market. Some people write what? Get back at the market. If they lose $10, they will go in the extra lots. Right? That's what I'm saying, that you should go and watch proper risk management. If you lose 100, they will try to what? Recoup 200. How is this possible? So in no time, the account is gone. So be practical and then be realistic. Now, the last but not the least is what? Strategy hunting. And then stroke trading everything. Strategy hunting is when you normally found this in the intermediate and the beginners students. When they don't have particular strategy, right? Every good trader should have their own trading strategy and trading style. If you don't have this, that is where you trade impulsively. Anyone or any trader with that trading strategy or trading style would eventually enter into what? The problem of what? Impulsive trading. Because you don't know your left from your right. You trade anyhow, as in whatever you see in the market, a sharp move, a spike, and then you follow it. When you do that, you lose. So strategy hunting is when you don't have a strategy, but you depend on other people, right, for a strategy. You depend on them blindly, right? I'm not saying that nobody should have mentor. In fact, I'm also a mentor to other students, right? Everyone should have a mentor. You can have a mentor. It's very good. It helps you in a long way. But when you hunt, there are a number of people who have about 6 strategies that they are using from different mentors. Even the mentors that I'm even talking about, they are not even direct mentors. They are people that they just follow. So they hunt from this strategy. They don't use this. Then after a few months, when they are losing with that strategy, they move to another strategy or to another mentor. So they do that. In the long run, they feel what? Miserable. Then whatever they will say is that what they will say eventually is that trading is what? Stressful. It's a scam. It's because you are not doing things properly. You are just hunting. Find one particular or 2 strategies, 2 mentors, and then learn. In fact, there's one thing that you may even find it shocking. Let me tell you, in this financial market, every strategy is a good strategy. Yes, you heard it right. Let me say it then. Every strategy is a good strategy. It's a matter of what? Backtesting it and being patient with that strategy. That is it. Don't venture into any strategy without backtesting. Even from my mentors or the people that I learn from, whatever they say, I have time to what? To backtest it. If I don't backtest it, I won't trade it. Or even if I'm being forced to trade it, then I have to set an account aside for that purpose. I don't trade those pairs or those strategy on account that is very dear to me. I don't do that. So that's one of the problems. Stop hunting strategies. Find 1 or 2, master them. And the thing is, every strategy is a good strategy. It's a matter of what? Backtesting them, being patient with that, and then learning everything. In fact, this profession, there's no end to what? Learning. You will have to learn every time. There's one of the sacrifices that you have to make, commitment, learning to unlearn. That is it. And then stroke what? Trading everything. This is one of the biggest problems. There are people that they trade everything, all instruments. When you watch on their what's the name? Their watch list, like about hundreds of what pairs, hundreds of instruments, 50s of instruments. And it's not like they have them on their chart for backtesting. They are trading them at the same time, all of them at the same time. Then one of the professional advice that I received or I've learned over the years is that you can't trade everything. In fact, every trader who trades everything is a loser. Find your niche. If you have watched my videos, right, I always say something about finding your niche. I do whatever I teach, I practice. If you watch on my advanced technical analysis, the weekly one, I have a number of what pairs, right? So under even DXY, I trade only 2 pairs. Under JPY, I trade only 2 pairs, and then sometimes gold, and then the stocks, right? By my niche, is what? GU and EU. You understand? So I don't trade everything. And before even I traded JPY, I did about testing for about 4 months. You understand? So that is, don't trade everything. If you trade everything, you will lose. Find one of them. Look at the, if you're a newbie, that's what I do to my students. I introduce the what? The 8 major pairs or 7 major pairs. Then I will let you trade everything. Now, when you are trading everything, you yourself will have to find out what is best for you. And there's something called trading journal. That is where you are able to fish out which pair of your strength and weakness. So from there, you find your niche, and then you do what? You keep to that. So the trading journal, you also have the link in this video description. Please watch that. It's a very good video. So trading journal. So that is it. I won't waste so much time here. I think is with this, right? If you're able to handle this very well, I think the rest of the problems will be what? On the minimal side. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our other social media platforms. I will say bye for now.